driving the car. Got the hands on the wheel. 2 and 10. Where am I going? I'm going on a date. I'm going on a date. I'm going to meet Miss Kim for dinner. We're going to have a dinner. It's a date dinner, and it's going to be romantic. And we're going to go to Salt 64. To be honest with you, but you're probably thinking, where should I go on my date? I want to go on a date, and I'm thinking, well, you know what? Kim and I, we go, once a week, we go out to eat. And if there's a new restaurant, we like to check it out. So whenever I do a video, a lot of times I'll have like a little restaurant thing in there. Because there's so many always new restaurants opening up. So I'd like to show you guys what's available on the island. So this video is all the places we went to on our dates in the videos in 2023. So you can go on a date, but not with me, like with your date, your significant other. Come on, let's go. Or you go. I'll go. We're all going. Come on, double date. It'll be fun. All right, so let's take a break. Here we are on Oak Island. It's a beautiful day. The sun is not shining. The rain is definitely falling, and we're going to go to the break. It's used to be the old Russell's, and I hadn't been here before. But I've heard good things about it, so I thought I'm going to check it out. We went about 11 o'clock, so you can get breakfast there, you can get lunch there. We just went and sat down at the bar, and I was sort of in a breakfast mood, and Kim was sort of in a lunch mood. So I checked out the menu, and I didn't see any fish tacos. So, no fish tacos. What to do? Well, I was in the mood for breakfast anyway, so I was going to order the Eggs Benedict. I think I'll go with that, but they did have a good selection of basically your breakfast meals on one side, and then you got sandwiches, hamburger type of things on the other side of the menu. So, yeah, get yourself a lunch or get yourself breakfast at 11 o'clock. You can go either way. But of course, you got to start with some orange juice. So, cheers. It's a mimosa. Don't tell anybody. It's a mimosa. What's a mimosa? It's orange juice. So, anyway, they took our order, and it came out. And I was like, okay, Eggs Benedict. It looked really good, but I could be fussy because Kim can make some pretty good Eggs Benedict. But I'll tell you what, not only did it look good, but when I bit into this thing, it was super good. And Kim got this like Philly cheesesteak thing, and I'm like, it looks kind of average. But then she gave me a bite, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is like the best Philly cheesesteak thingamabobby I've ever eaten. And they also had a $2 beer special. You just reach into this cooler and you grab one of these very expensive IPAs. Anyway, it was a fun, good place. I'd recommend it. Yes, at least it wasn't Kroger. So I had to take a break. I had to get some lunch. So Kim and I decided we were going to go to Fixen's. Have you been to Fixen's yet? We went twice, actually. My wife goes there kind of all the time for lunch. And she takes the group there from her work for breakfast once a month, actually. So I was like, I got to check it out. She keeps raving about it. So I will say they have it's kind of a big little joint walking around. There's like all these little cubby holes and stuff. I'm like, where's my wife? She was already in there. They have both lunch and breakfast. So you got to look at the menu and flip it over. And I will say the food is really fresh. That's the one thing I was impressed about it. Really fresh food. They had some specials also. They're out on the board. When you walk in, you can kind of see them right there. And the chicken cacciatore, I think Kim's getting the chicken cacciatore, and I just got like a chicken salad wrap, but like it was super fresh. The cacciatore was really good. I think that's what that is. Anyway, is that cacciatore? I don't know. I'm not a restaurateur. I just like to eat the food. But I did have this chicken salad sandwich, and it was really fresh and it was really good. So I would recommend you go to Fixen. So we went to Subies. It's across the bridge, right next to Castucci's. Am I saying that right? I actually think they're owned by Castucci's. I think they're the same people, but it's just like a little pizzeria. And they're in a bar in the back, so we're just like, let's just sit at the bar. We don't need to be fancy. We're just like simple people here. Anyway, I started looking at the menu, and I love broccoli rabe, and they had broccoli rabe and sausage, but it was a sandwich. And I'm like, I've never heard of that before. That sounds so good. But of course, they had pizzas and all kinds of other stuff. Margarita pizza, that would probably be good, right? So you can get a different pizza, but the sandwiches, that just caught my eye. Maybe I should have got the Kimberly because I'm with Kimberly. I did order this Indian IPA, Indian Pale Ale, and it's actually by Navy veterans and Army veterans. I figured they probably know about beer. They probably make good beer, and they did. And that was a North Carolina beer. So actually, out of Aberdeen, I think. It was really good. And this was the broccoli rabe sandwich, which it was like pizza dough. It was like the sandwich, and Kim got the meatball sub, which was just a sub. It was okay. So she actually took half of my broccoli rabe sandwich. And I was like, what? Put it back. But I would recommend Subies. Go there. Meanwhile, I'm like, if I'm not going to catch any fish today, at least I can still eat. Now this is, I call it pickleweed, but the actual name of it, I think, is a glasswort. And it's like salty. Yeah, it's so good. Well, in the spring, it's really good because the top of it gets tender, and it does taste like pickles. It's like salty. But this time of year, unless you have a little tender one like that, it can get kind of woody. But those are really good. And then also, this is another plant you can eat on the island out there, and it's called pennywort. And you wouldn't even think about it. It's just like this little round. You've probably seen it grown in your yard. And you just pick it off, and you can eat that too. You can just eat it raw like that, having a salad. I've heard people make it's like Asian dishes a lot. Asian cooking. You can put it in. They make soft drinks out of it, and you can make tea out of it too. So you can just eat it like that. It's really not bad. It's kind of this weird flavor. Might be good like in a salad. Okay, our next stop, the Solar Brewing Company. Yeah, the Solar Brewing Company opened up on the island. And yeah, they do brew their own beer in here. And they have a lot of different solar brewing. Look, there's the brewing stuff right there, the big vats. It's so shiny. They have a limited menu with some fun things. They did have some wings, and I thought about getting the wings. And I also thought about getting the giant pretzel, because who doesn't like a giant pretzel, which I did get at a later time, and it was really good. But Kim wanted to get some. I'll show you in a minute what we're going to get. But anyway, got the beer, the Solar Brewing beer. I got the IPA. Kim got a beer. I don't know what kind it is. The only complaint I've heard about this place is that the service can be a little slow. And you know what? It's not their fault. Everybody has slow service on the island because nobody wants to work. What's up with that? Seriously, it's hard. It's been hard for these companies, these local companies, to get people who want to come in and work in the restaurants and stuff like that. So if you need a job, believe me, you can get one here on the island. So we decided to get the pizza, and I thought I'd just put a little bit of pepper flakes on it, and it was really good. Kim was like, this is really good pizza. So we've been back twice, and we got the pizza both times when we went. I just got back from Paul's, where I got some wings. I like wings. I like hot wings. I like hot wings. For example, when we used to go to Tranquil Harbor, we used to go a lot, I actually had them make a Sands in the Surf sauce. It was so hot. Have you ever seen the video? Check it out, clips. But I went to Paul's, and I was like, I want some wings. And they were like, okay. I was like, what's the hot sauce you have? And she's like, well, we've got the Carolina Reaper, but we've also got like the hot buffalo or whatever, buffalo wing sauce hot or whatever. I was like, all right, give me the Carolina rings. And I said, give me the Carolina Reaper. And she said, the waitress said, well, I got to tell you, it's pretty hot. And I'm like, I'm a man. I can take it. Well, I've had them before, and I knew what I was getting myself into. But this time around, they were even hotter. If you like hot wings, I'm daring you. I am daring you. Look, see how many wings are in there? There's 4. I ordered 6. You know what that means? I ate 2. I ate 2 in there. But look how much sauce they put on them. These are so... Can you smell it? Smell it. These are insane hot. These are like on fire. These are on fire, nuclear hot. You're at Paul's. It's a Carolina Reaper. I dare you. I dare you to go to Paul's. I can't. And my eyes were... I was crying. I had to leave because I was crying. They were like, you can't cry in the bar, sir. You're going to have to leave. These are the hottest wings. These are the hottest wings on the island. There's no doubt. There's nothing else. You might as well just forget about... These are the hottest wings on the island. These are the hottest wings on the island. on the good news, we went to the new Thai and Vine. Now, if you knew Noodles and Ice Cream, which was just a takeout Thai place, which was on the east end of the island, they decided to open up a restaurant, Thai and Vine, and it is located at where Beana's used to be, where the stoplight is, basically in the middle of town there, between Publix and Food Line. There's a stoplight. If you just go down there, it'll be on the left towards the beach and then turn left. The old Beana's, and so it's now the Thai and Vine. And at the time we went, they did not have Vine yet, but they do have their liquor's license now, so you could go there. And I have been back and actually got a sake to go along with my pad Thai. Now, Kim gets the pho, and she really likes the pho soup, and I love good pad Thai. Now, let me tell you something. I love good pad Thai. Now, when I get Japanese food around the island, it's okay. But being from New York, I've had really good sushi, so it's okay. And when I get Chinese food down here, I've been to Chinatown, so the Chinese food is okay. But this pad Thai is outstanding. I cannot believe we have such a great Thai restaurant right here on the island. I recommend.